Hello, and welcome to our Train the Trainer program. Each of you has been hand-chosen by the company to lead a very important project. Your role within the project is to demonstrate leadership by changing the mindsets of a very disgruntled department. This department has recently experienced proactive supervision turnover by the company and is in need of stability and support. The root causes of the turnover were inconsistently administering employee discipline and monetary rewards. This created a divided departmental dynamic of in and out employee groups, feelings of mistrust, low morale, frustration, and anger. Worst of all, production is well below company expectations with no signs of turnaround. Your job is to infuse a stabilizing influence into the department through a variety of employee training opportunities. The overarching goal of this training event is to reinforce the company culture that centers on its people. Our people must be leaders and act as teammates. Our people must behave with integrity, be motivated, act like owners, and respect the laws as global citizens. In the end, the training you will deliver focuses on these aspects to improve the interdepartmental dynamic. You will not be going alone, as my teammates and I will help your success in transferring the required training knowledge to the students. So without further ado, I am pleased to introduce the instructors who will support our training activities today. Jean Freeman, who is standing in the east end of the room, will lead off the training session with the first module. She will provide an on-ground training format that emphasizes building trust and improving morale. Shifting the environmental mood and interaction quality is the primary objective from Jean. Heather Lucas, who is standing in the west end of the room, will lead the second training module. She will also utilize an on-ground training format that emphasizes a functional change requirement in departmental communication and productivity. Improving department productivity is the primary objective. Braden Thielander, who is standing in the north end of the room, will lead the final training portion. He will lead an online portion as a training recap. This modality offers a self-paced action that allows the ability to pause, stop, and replay for a deeper training understanding. And before I hand it off to Jean, I want you to understand the importance to the success of this training. We so strongly believe in this investment that we are completely shutting down a department for the day. Each team member will have undisturbed time away from their daily work duties to accommodate the necessary training activities we have outlined. We believe shutting down the department will not only show the company's dedication, but it will also facilitate the expectations we have to improve the workplace environment, build trust, and deliver behaviors consistent with our company values, and provide ethical and fair treatment of others in the workplace. In summary, if this department wins, our company wins. And with that, Jean, the floor is yours.
We are going to do some team building and trust exercises. Not only do these activities get everyone moving, our first activity also forces them to physically touch each other. This helps build trust. You need to be prepared to lead this exercise, so I want you to practice with me.
Start by asking everyone to stand in a circle. Instruct them to move toward the center of the circle, tightening the shape. Have them put their hands in the center of the circle and grab a different coworker's hand with each of their own hands. Next, ask employees to get to work untangling the knot they just created. Ask them to move around, climbing over and under hands if necessary, spinning, and doing whatever else they can to correct the mess.
I want to thank you for being so willing to engage in this training with us. Every person here in our company is part of something bigger than themselves. You, our trainers, are going to help us to improve the morale of this department by reminding our employees of that fact. Now, this department that we're talking about, they are part of the larger puzzle here, and they help create our end product, which helps customers. This also improves the lives of other employees when they get their jobs done. Then the rest of the company gets to focus on their own jobs. This impacts the lives of the members of our community. When our company succeeds, this improves the economy and creates more jobs. And so you see how all of us here in our company are part of this bigger, more important picture. Now we're going to go to our next activity, which is a team building and communication event. So I have here some famous pairs: Salt and Pepper, Mario and Luigi, Peanut Butter and Jelly, and we have Bill and Ted, and then we have David and Goliath. Now you can use these or you can make your own, but what you're going to do is you're going to tape one of these, one piece of paper, to the back of each person on the team. And then they're going to mingle and try to figure out which word is on their back. But they can only ask yes or no questions. So they're all just going to walk around and talk to each other, asking yes or no questions, trying to figure out what word is on their back. And then, once they've figured that out, they have to find their other half, the other half of their pair. So, when they found their other half, then they get to move as a pair to the next activity. And our next activity then is a minefield. And you're going to create an obstacle course out of common office items. It could be desks and chairs, and tables, even water bottles, anything you can find around the office.
One person in each pair will walk through the minefield blindfolded, while their teammate verbally guides the blindfolded person through the minefield. The guide must only use verbal instructions to get their partner through. This activity promotes problem solving, collaboration, communication, and trust.
At this point, bring the group back together and talk about our ongoing team building events. We want you to announce the date and time of our first one. Discuss some of our ideas with the group, including our bowling, pizza, community volunteering, our team swag idea, bring your child to work day, holiday parties, and even the thought of the pool table or the ping pong table in the work area. Please get employee feedback on these ideas and input. We don't want to schedule something that nobody's interested in. We really want you to enjoy these training exercises with the team. These activities will build this team into a cohesive unit. And we want the members of this group to enjoy working together and to become loyal to each other and to our company. Now Heather is going to address the areas of productivity and communication.
Hi, my name is Heather Lucas. It is a pleasure to be here in this Train the Trainer session with you today. After a short break from the previous training exercises, you will focus your attention to an activity that our employees will not even know that they are playing. When everyone returns from their small break, you will announce that you are about to start the session. And you will need, as the trainer, to get them pumped up, get them jazzed, get them riled up, get them excited. This is going to be the best session of the whole entire day. It is important that you promote the session as being epic and impressive. And then once the build-up is there, then you stop talking completely for 1 to 2 minutes. You can walk or pace the room. You can look at your notes. You can give the impression that you're thinking, mulling something over, very important. Whatever you do, just remain silent. During the silence, however, you will notice that people become restless and anxious and uncomfortable, and they just don't know what to do. Notice this, but Keep quiet as long as you can. Once this period of silence is up, you can thank everyone for participating and then sincerely smile and ask them, what did they learn? The answer, of course, is that they didn't learn anything. You will go on to point out, though, that if anybody wants to be understood, we have to communicate with each other. We have to express ourselves and be able to do so effectively. Silence is not an option. We have to communicate within our organization and with each other, and communication is very vital and important to our organization. You will also notice that our employees will begin to feel a little more relaxed that you broke the silence, and they will also be able to relax along with their fellow participants with whom they just shared this moment of anxiety with.
The next portion of our on-ground training will include some interactive activities that will help enhance and increase productivity. First, we will start off with a friendly game of Company Jeopardy that employees can play to earn some prizes. The questions will stem from quality control and procedures related to production within the department to stimulate knowledge, enhance quality as well as productivity, and inject some fun into this organization. We will have you, the trainer, act as the host of the game show and ask questions, which will be provided for you with the answers. Employees will shout out their name in lieu of a buzzer. This will help everyone learn the names of their coworkers and be able to put a face to their names. It'll also help them to get to know each other better. The first person to answer each question correctly will be eligible for a gift card out of the grab bag. Now, as you are playing the host in this activity, you will also promote our future ongoing contests to our employees between the series of questions and answers that will further the efforts of our training activities today. The future contests will change each month, and the first month will start the day after the training. And it will be theme song for our organization. This is meant to be for fun, of course, and not necessarily to adopt a company theme song, but rather to inspire and provoke thoughts surrounding our values and our daily operations in and around our work, while getting creative about how a particular song might relate to these themes in our organization. As an advocate for our new contest series, you will lay out the structure for our contests, that being in the last day of the month. All submissions for this first contest will be announced, and everyone will get to vote on their favorite submissions. There will be a first, second, and third place winner, each with prizes. The first day of the following month will kick off the next challenge that will also be tied to our company's purpose, mission, and/or goals of productivity and quality. The goal in this is to keep our employees engaged beyond the initial hybrid training and to keep employees actively thinking and attentive to the company principles and standards, as well as interacting with their fellow coworkers while bonding and having some fun. I now turn your attention to Braden, who will wrap up our Train the Trainer session with you today.
Now that we have talked about the benefits of our training program, let's talk about what our desired outcome is. We have discussed how morale, trust, and performance are low in the department. We plan to change that. Improving the workspace experience will be very important to making people enjoy coming to work again. Adding in events and special days after training will bring energy and excitement back to our party, like Bring Your Child to Work Day, or Movie Night, or Pizza Day, whatever it takes to get people excited to come back to work. Next, having transparency with upper-level management and themselves will create unity and understanding between these different groups. And lastly, continuing training and follow-up will be key to making this training program effective. Without follow-up, we'll be unable to maintain any ground that we may make during this training session. Remember, go in with an open mind and ready to teach. The team will be looking to you for answers and your confidence. If you don't know the answer, don't be afraid to say, I don't know. Like we said before, transparency is how we're going to win the day. Good luck and stay confident. Let's move on to the online portion of our training. We plan to utilize this portion for more procedural things. Not everyone can retain and process information at the same rate. So we've decided to adopt this online segment for those who may need a little bit more self-paced learning. Plan on having some questions regarding this area. Many of our team have never done a module like this before. Having this online portion will also give you the opportunity and the chance to have pulse checks with the students and check for understanding. Dividing into 2 parts, one in the beginning of training and one at the end of training, will give you the opportunity to check for comprehension and make sure that the desired material is really hitting home with them. The opportunity for the team to stop, pause, replay will aid in their understanding for the material. Feel free to touch on online portion during your on-the-ground training. This will help you answer any questions that may come up, as well as get them prepared for what's going on. We don't want to surprise them with anything. Now that we have discussed how to train the department, it is important to understand the benefits as well. As you've seen, we've decided to go with a hybrid model, using the best attributes of online and on-the-ground training. Using this model will give our department the options for self-paced learning as well as group team building exercises. When it comes to the on-the-ground person training of this module, we paid special attention to the team building portion of this training. Currently, morale and trust are at an all-time low in the workplace. Providing the team with valuable team building exercises and skill practices will give them the tools to help rebuild trust in each other as well as upper level management. Your job as a facilitator is to make sure that everyone's voice is heard. This will be crucial to having an effective training. Having an on-the-ground training will also give our team the option to ask questions in real time. Now, facilitating this portion could be difficult as people may start asking questions that pertain to more personal problems with the issues in the department as opposed to training as a whole. It is important to make sure that their questions are still answered and let them know that their values and their input is still important to us. We need to convey a sense of transparency within our department. That's how we're going to win.